Well, it's been a while. In the last episode, we installed a short throw shifter into our 1989 Camaro. And while that project turned out great, during the filming of that video, I discovered something frightening about the engine in the old girl. Pulling the oil cap while the engine's running reveals rhythmic puffs of smoke exiting the crankcase, visually indicating the presence of blow-by past the piston rings.
Okay, there we go.
The blow-by caused the breather filter to clog on a regular basis, letting oil past and contaminating the engine air filter as well. I attempted to slow this process down by installing an oil catch can between the valve cover and the breather. However, this only slowed the inevitable leakage of oil vapors. What most would do in this scenario is install an external valve cover breather and allow the oil vapors to pour out into the engine bay over time. Although the engine was shaking as it was out of balance, the reality is these 305s are hard to kill, and the car likely would have run for quite a while longer spewing oil all over itself. My love for this car, along with my OCD for a clean engine bay, prevented me from going down that route. So knowing that the rings were likely shot, I did what had to be done and prepared to rebuild the engine. With the goal of pulling the engine over a weekend, I amassed some friends to come hang out and spin some wrenches on a Friday evening after work. Together we made a beeline for removing the front bumper so that the engine hoist would be able to reach far enough into the engine bay to pull out the engine. These F-bodies have quite the front nose cone on them, and even with the extra reach of a 2-ton hoist, it's just plain easier to spend the time taking it off. While the two of us worked on that, we got some extra help from our girlfriends who we somehow roped into helping us with this project. They helped us keep our fasteners organized and even helped remove some items from the engine bay while we were rolling around on our backs. After the front nose cone was carefully set aside in the backyard, we even put them to work removing some nuts holding on the front crash support. Once that was out of the way, we had clear access to the engine and can shift our focus to removing the hood. Working as a group, we managed to carefully remove the hood and set it aside in the backyard. Although we still had a ways to go, we couldn't help but to mock up the engine hoist and see what it would look like hanging over the engine bay. After that, it was back to stripping out anything that would get between us and pulling out this engine. Once I had better access, I decided I should probably do a compression test before going any further, just to see the general health of the engine before I pull it. The results were a little surprising. I didn't end up reaching cylinder number 7, however the other 7 cylinders read extremely high, except for cylinder number 3. At this point I'm not sure whether the gauge was accurate or not, but based on the relative numbers, we can clearly see that cylinder number 3 has a severe lack of compression. The other readings are much higher than expected, and they could be due to carbon buildup, but we'll have to tear apart the engine to find out for sure. The next day I got back to work, unfortunately without help this time around. I jumped right in and got to disconnecting anything attaching the engine to the car. I should probably take some time at this point to explain my plan with this project. I originally wanted to get the engine rebuilt at a machine shop. However, all the shops in my area had long wait times due to part shortages at the time. This meant that if I wanted to keep the original engine and have the car ready for summer driving, I'd be looking at a backyard rebuild. Given the mileage on the engine, I was fairly confident this would be sufficient to solve my problems, so this is the route we went. I'm also planning on giving the engine bay a fresh coat of paint while I've got the room to do so I'll be disconnecting a few more items than are strictly necessary to try and expose as much of the engine bay as possible. If you want greasy gloves, there's a set over there. I'm sorry they're dirty, but they protect your hands. Alright, that's in, and I just push the fender in. So here's where, okay, so again, we have to get off the drive shaft. But the other thing is...
it just gonna lift up?
In theory.
Did you put any cardboard in?
That's a good point. I'll just shove a rag.
So where is the transmission?
Behind the engine.
Oh, duh. Is it the thing right behind the oil pan?
Yes.
We could definitely shove a jack under that.
If the legs aren't gonna hit?
No.
Okay.
If the legs are as full
That's where the legs will go. So yeah, no. If you want to get a jack on there, that would be good.
Because
oh yeah, no.
The limiting factor is these ramps. So the angle without hitting these ramps aren't gonna come close to the.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no. Could you do that? Just you don't need to lift up on it. Just have it directly under the front of the transmission, the bell housing.
Yeah. Because is it still supported from the rear?
Yes.
Okay. And it will be as well once we pull the engine?
Yes. I have not removed any transmission mounts.
Cool.
You're good.
I thought that's the clutch.
Hey, more fuel. Cool.
I was about to put my hand there to try and catch it, and I was like, I don't think you want fuel covered gloves.
I can't tell. Like, are we still picking up slack or are we moving?
We haven't moved yet.
Oh, I'm starting to see it lift. The thing is, before it can go forward, we have to get all the way up off the motor mounts. So it is gonna have to come up a fair bit.
It's pulling the whole car. I can feel it here.
Well, part of that's also because weight's being lifted off the car, so the springs are pushing up.
True. Yeah. Okay. That's true. Yeah. So it's like I'm feeling my hands raise. So.
There we go.
So you're fine there.
What was that?
No idea.
Oh, that's probably just the exhaust coming off. Okay, so the transmission's starting to separate. So I don't think we're clear off the motor mounts yet.
Are we going to be? Can we take the mounts off the engine side? Because I'm just looking. It looks like you, because it's all diagonal. So to come up vertically, it looks like you need another at least an inch. And I don't know.
I
if you
think
have
as
that
it
at the
stands, I
firewall.
can YOLO put a wrench in because it's inside. Is there only one bolt? I only feel one bolt. I'll give it a shot, but if that engine comes down on me, it comes down on me, so. It's nervous laughter. You don't like the smell of gas? You don't like the smell of Sharpie either, do you?
No.
You're just normal.
Did you actually have Sharpies as a kid?
Oh, dude, I still do.
Oh my goodness. There are some of the fruit smelling ones.
Oh, those were crap.
That was a dangerous. Whoever decided to sell that, and it went through all of the board meetings without anyone saying, "Hey, what if a kid tries to eat this?"
Oh, I never thought of that.
I mean, yeah, the smelling's bad enough, but oh, whoa.
Wow, what are the odds that it's just wanting to come out? I was expecting that to be seized. I also really hope it's just this one bolt. Can I spin it by hand? Yes. Okay. Is there another bolt? There's another two. I need a taller socket. There we go.
Guess again, better safe than sorry.
That doesn't sound inspiring.
Actually, it shouldn't be bad if you use the low profile and if we swing the engine.
Well,
that
you
way.
can probably tilt it. Mr. Tilty Man.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is still completely on the mount. I don't think it's broke free yet.
Okay.
It's broken free a little bit.
All good, that's just an exhaust flange. Don't worry, you're good. I'm just gonna take out this other piece before it falls and scares you.
Those look seized.
No, we're good. That's one. Sure. Tell you what, that last one might be easier to get from underneath. And safer, probably. I'm just gonna get out of here. Claustrophobia! Where are we stuck on? Do we need to go up again?
Or are we too high? Is another question.
Oh, the oil pan could be hitting. Let go!
There's not some sort of nut you have to take on?
There's definitely, it's definitely, I think the engine needs to go up.
Oh,
Is that a good noise?
yeah. It's slipping off.
I'm still guessing go up.
You can't go up any the high. There it goes. Yeah,
Okay.
you're clear.
Did not like that. Hopefully we didn't hurt anything. Okay, so engine's free, so I'm quite level actually. Oh. Hold on. That's not good.
Is that fuel line?
That's a fuel line, yeah. We can't really put it down. Oh, that's really not good. We might have kinked it. Hopefully we can bend that back into place. And I guess not that much weight's on this one because of it. Hopefully it's okay. I think at this point it's too late. Oh, well, that can be fixed. This connector got jammed. So, okay.
This hose is...
I wanted a new O2 sensor anyway.
One sec.
So basically, lesson learned, things get caught in the chain.
Alright.
Really hoping that fuel line's gonna be okay. Can't really do much about it now.
Yeah.
It's the engine on, so.
And it is with the engine, so
Yeah, no,
it's not like it's slowly having more load pushed onto it.
No. These are the same bolts that were used on the engine mounts.
The Oga power.
Okay. That's a clutch. Okay. Really hope they use the same size here. Oh, thank goodness.
Remember your star pattern, yeah. My manual said to go 2 cranks at a time as to not warp the flywheel.
Yeah, it's probably a good tall. Oh, that's heavy. Not aluminum. Okay, so now we can put that on the stand. Which way's up? Probably that way. ideally use washers here, but well, the only washers I have are being used. So maybe we'll take these off one by one after it's on the stand, and curious if I use the right holes.
It's the only holes you can really use.
Oh, there's also these. Just need to make sure everything reaches. A little bit of wood dust on this from the previous owner. Clean that off.
Oh, you have more extension on that other one, don't you?
Yeah, probably. I've hit this weird thing today, where every time my arm goes near metal, the metal seems like it's really hot. Like, am I just really cold?
Yeah, hallucinating, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Right there. I'm just guessing you should spread them out more. That's just my guess. I'm not sure how much it matters.
No electric ratchet?
Sorry?
No electric ratchet?
I'd like to feel if the threads are bottoming out. I don't think they are, but power tools are good for disassembly. They're not generally recommended for assembly. Okay, and then I'm gonna want to try and center this plate as much as I can before I tighten everything all the way down. So, can you higher? I mean, hold on. Yeah, higher.
Too high?
Well, yeah, but it's okay. I can lift this thing on. In theory, at least. Oh, okay. Right there. Okay. These should really have washes. Okay, it's on.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure it doesn't. Holy god of washers, look at this. Are you proud?
Honestly, that worked pretty good. And those are stronger than what I got on the engine stand, so maybe I should have put those on. Honestly. So Bergs,
Nice.
as it drips power steering fluid. That's just to be expected. Alright, I guess let's try and roll it away. It's gonna be pretty heavy because it's fully loaded. So,
Oh, we really should have thought about that before the engine was on, shouldn't we? It's front wheel steering.
yep. Oh, no, it's fine. Just use your back.
Throw your back out. Be a man.
Okay. And after all that, the engine is out of the car and sitting on the stand. Amazingly, this didn't actually take that long. We started Friday evening after work and reached the state we're at now by Saturday evening. Naturally, there is still quite a bit of work yet to do, so join us next episode where we're going to dig into the engine and find out what happened to cylinder number 3.